Good morning, happy Tuesday everybody. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. Scan and cut day today, and oh my goodness me, we've got 5 downloads. Brilliant. Deal still on the vinyl. Fabulous deal on brand new pens from Royal and Langnickel. I'll tell you. Water-based, acid-free, non-toxic, brilliant price. We're going to show you those. And just before we get started, and I will mention this, remind me, Emily, because I'll forget, during the show, all downloads on our website up to the end of August, so up to the end of last month, are half price on our website today. All of them. So all of them are half price, but only for today. So that deal comes off at $23.59 tonight, along with the 3 for 2s on the stickers. So today's the day to stock up before all those prices go back up and other deals begin. Right, first of all, let me introduce you to the team this morning. We've got our Sean on cameras, bright and early.
Morning.
Came in and asked what day it was. Asked me what day it was. I'm like, really? We've got Emily in the producer seat.
Hello.
There she is. Oh, she's doing the... No, you have to scoot back a bit.
There we go.
There you are. That's your aerobics for today now, Emily. You done? That's your stretch. Right, a little bit about live shopping. Good morning to all of those that you're joining us this morning. We're going to have a fabulous show today, and we've got loads of really great stuff today. Lots of new today, which is fabulous. So first of all, I'm going to tell you where you can watch us. You can watch us on Facebook, Instagram, our website, which is highlightcrafts.com, and YouTube. Now, if you're going to shop with us, you need to shop on either our social platforms or the website. So if you're going to shop on Facebook or Instagram, each product that I show you will have a code. And all you need to do is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically pop that product into a basket for you. Then we're going to send you a direct message. You're going to click on that message and you'll find a link. Click on the link. And that will take you to our website where I need you to log into your account. That's super, super, super important that you're doing that, because then you get your Club Highlight member benefits. So extra discount, loyalty points, and on a basket spend over £35, we pay your postage. So please make sure that you're logging into your accounts before you check them out. Now, the other place you can shop with us is highlightcrafts.com. You don't need the codes for that. If you just head on over there, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the items will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will go into a little red shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that, and that will take you through that process. Now, another thing I'd like you to do, if you don't get notifications from us already, please just type the word live into the comments underneath the video, and that will give us permission to send you a little notification to your phone just before we go live, so you don't need to miss anything. And also, if you want to shop ahead, you can also do that from midnight, which is brilliant. But the really important things today are half price down on every download that we've ever done up to the end of August, so up to the end of last month. So really, really brilliant opportunity to build that digital library, which is fabulous, isn't it? I love that. But it ends tonight at midnight. Also, your 3 for 2 on your look stickers is coming off at $23.59 tonight. So before you check out your baskets, have a good peruse around the website, add anything else in, get it over that £35 threshold, and then you don't need to pay your postage. So you can put that towards something else. Right, I'm going to start with these pens. So last week, Stephanie rang downstairs and said, can you just come up for a minute, please? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'd just like you to have a look at these pens, if you don't mind. I'm like, if I don't mind, I'm addicted to pens. Of course I don't mind. Now then, these are perfect to use with your universal pen holder. You're going to get 48 fine liners from the brand of Royal and Langnickel, so a very respected art brand. They've got a 0.4mm nib, which means that they are perfect for your universal pen holder. Even though they're triangular, which is ergonomic when you're drawing with them, they will still go in your universal pen holder. You might need to put a little bit of tape just around, I would say from there down, just a couple of wraps round, and then that will allow it to grip that pen. But she said, you need to try them. I'm like, nope, I know they'll work. They are fabulous. Now then, don't forget, $19.99 is before your discount. Then you're going to get your points off. These are fabulous. And I love the colour story in these. They're not necessarily your typical colours because you've got all of these earth tones in here as well, which is brilliant. So if you want those, shop fine, $19.99. We don't have hundreds of them. So if you're getting them in your basket, please pop them in if you want them and then get those checked out at the end of this show. They also come in a really nice little storage box as well. So they'll look lovely on your shelf. I know that might not be important to you, but I like things to look nice. I think we do as crafters, don't we? Like everything, well, I'd say neat and tidy, but that's not true for me. I like my stuff. Right, shall we get stuck into some of these downloads now? I have been so excited about bringing you Snowflakes and songbooks because this doesn't launch. We had a sneak peek of it over the weekend. So if you were on it on the website, you might have seen it. But this is the official show launch, if you like. So Snowflakes and songbooks. This, I need to show you this image first. This image first, look at that. Look at that. You know how when you carol singing, or if you ever go to church and you're singing carols, and there's always one person that's completely and utterly tone deaf, but they like to sing really loud. That's this one here. Look at that little face. How beautiful is that? I'm so excited that I got to bring you this today. It's brilliant. So let me introduce you to the whole collection. You're going to get Holly and Jolly. Our two little bunnies, look at those two. Aren't they fabulous? We're having a little dance while they're cooking the Christmas dinner. How fab is that? I love that. Looks like they're doing a quick step to me. Strictly started again, hasn't it? That definitely looks like a quick step to me. You've got the tiny tidings with our little man just singing his heart out. I love that. I think it's a brilliant image. You've then got the Twinkle Tails, our little carolers here. I love the fact they've got the little muffs and the carol sheets and the little lantern in there as well. And under the mistletoe. I mean, that's lovely, isn't it? Send to your partner or a loved one at Christmas. That is fabulous, isn't it? I love these. So SVG wise, you're going to get all of the artwork and in reverse. So if you wanted to put these inside baubles, as a bauble spun, you would see both sides. So it would look just as good on the back as it does on the front, which I love. We also give you all the decoupage layers. So instead of you having to snip in, our graphics team do it digitally for you. So you just literally print it off as a reflection, use the cutting file and cut that out. You also get all the detail lines, and that means that you can foil them, because if there was ever a time for foil or glitter, it's Christmas, isn't it? So those are your SVG files. Now on top of that, you're also going to get the Minecraft Studio. Now this works perfectly. Honestly, Minecraft Studio and ScanNCut are like a marriage made in heaven. And this is a fabulous way of scaling up your artwork. So for example, if you wanted this to be that big, 6 inches maybe, if you took that into Minecraft Studio and resized it to the size you want it to be, then at the bottom of the screen you'll see it shows you in inches or centimeters the size of that image. If you then take the reflection cut and resize it to that size, it will then fit perfectly over the top of that. Because if you've got an A4 printer, you can't go much bigger than A4 with your reflections. You can go smaller, but you can't go much bigger. So using Minecraft Studio in conjunction with it is a brilliant way of doing that, okay? So these are all your Minecraft Studio elements. I love the fact that you've even got the manuscript in here as well by itself. Then you've got all your characters. We've broken them down, split them up. I mean, look how lovely that is by itself now. They're great, aren't they? So we've done all that digital work for you. Then you're going to get your reflections. These aren't relevant to you. These are your die reflections. You'll get your reflections in your download. Then you get all the digi-stamps. Now, pyrography, foiling pen, just making colouring books for the children. I think this is going to be lovely. I just class myself as a child then, can I just say that? Because this is a colouring book. I'd love it. I love colouring in stuff like this. And then look at these scenes, indoor and outdoor. These are fabulous. So you've got inside that country cottage with that roaring log fire. Isn't that fabulous? We then go inside what looks like a dining room. Look at this. Isn't that fabulous? Then you go into the scenes of all the little houses in the snow. Then we go outside underneath that stone arch, and then we go way into the forest with all those snow-laden trees. Then we give you these textures. Now, if you bought either the SVGs or the dies of the sweaters the other day from Craftmaster, these are going to be brilliant on there. Look at them. Imagine just cutting it out of that. It's perfect, isn't it? I love the fact you've got some really distressed pieces in here as well. You've got some wood in here too, which is always very, very useful. So all of that is coming to your shop songbook, $14.99. Great price, isn't it? Now then, on Saturday, Diane and I launched the Flower of the Month rhododendron, and oh my goodness me, it is beautiful. You loved it. Now, my first demo today is going to be with this. We're going to concentrate a little bit more on home decor today, because it's not something that we really touch on very often, but I think it's a lovely thing to do with your ScanNCut because you can go bigger. That's the whole point, isn't it? So in this one, you're going to get your Build a Bouquet, which has all your individual elements, so you can build those up yourself. You also have your Over the Edge, which you can use to create your shaped cards with that. And then you also have the rhododendron cluster, and this is the one that we're going to focus on in that demo because it's absolutely stunning. So you get that, then you get all your background papers. I love the fact that we've done some with a light background and some with a dark background. I think that's really clever, so it'll suit your needs. Then you're going to get all of these different elements. Now we've done 6 alternative colorways. Now normally if you were downloading those as an extra piece of artwork, they will be £1 each, and you're getting them for all of that. And no, is it? Okay, all right. Backgrounds are a separate download. All right, we'll sort that out for you in a minute. You're going to get all of these, but you're getting those extra colorways in all 3 sets of SVG files. So basically, you're saving £18 having to go and download them separately, which is brilliant. Then you've got your clusters in here as well, and your stems. Then, on top of that, you've got all your reflections for your dies. Again, not relevant. You will get yours for your SVG files. You've got all of the digistamps in here as well. And you've got all of your textures in all of those different colours. And we colour pick from the artwork. So we colour pick the perfect deep burgundy. We colour pick the perfect soft lemon. And then you also get your overlays on top of that as well. So shop month will get you that for $14.99. Right, now then, next. Have we got this as a separate item? I'm sure this was included on Saturday, Sean. I think it was on Saturday. No? Okay, it's not set up yet. We'll sort that out for you in the next show. Right, next one. In the studio, Pebbles and Promises. Now, Stephanie launched this yesterday. And what we've got here is marine light. I mean, this is lovely. And it's my favourite style that we do. So, Clearwater Cove, for example, and Stormwatch Shore, you're going to get these pieces of artwork. Then you also get all of these cutting files and reflections to build up, to cut into this and create your layers, okay? You've also got Crabigale in there. You've got Marina and Drift. You've got Ocean Keepsakes. I've got a plan for that later on. You've got Sandspire Castle. You've got Shelley. Love the names. And you've got Stormwatch Shore in there as well. Now I'm just going to say good morning to a few more of you because we've had a lot of people just join us as a whoosh came on the website. Thank you very much for joining us. Every Tuesday we do ScanNCut shows at 8, 12 and 6. We've got lots of goodies for you today. We've got brand new stickers. We've got 3 for 2s on rice papers, on brand new ones, you know, the mini collections. We've got that. We've got all sorts of different things, which is brilliant. So welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We are live from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday to Friday. We also do 6 till 7 in the evening on Monday to Thursday. And we also do Saturdays from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. So you can join us. We have a lot of fun. It's all about the fun. We do lots of giveaways and Pictionary, and we just have a great time, really. And everyone that stands behind this counter is a crafter. and that makes a big difference. Right, let's have a look at the Minecraft Studio for this then, shall we? Because look how fabulous this is. Maybe you want to memorialise some of your summer trips and do them in a little mini scrapbook album. Maybe you want to decorate your whole bathroom in a nautical style. We can get you to do that. Now, I know Stephanie did a double show of this yesterday. I also learnt that if you go onto YouTube and you find playlist and you press live on Highlight Crafts YouTube, every single show that we've ever done is on there for you to watch back. So if you miss part of a demo, you can go and watch it back, which is brilliant, isn't it? Right, then we've got our digistamps. So you've got all of these. Love these. I think these are great for practicing your colouring in on. Then you've also got all your scenes. So you've got some by the sea, some in the sand dunes, some with the sun rising, some with the sun setting. They're absolutely fabulous, aren't they? Then I love these textures. I think these are really, really great. You've got your sand in there, your waves, your different colourways, all fabulous. And then of course you'll also get your reflections as your SVG download. So if you would like that one, it's Shop Pebble. $24.99 is going to get you that one. Remember, you'll get your discount off that and then your loyalty points put back on in a couple of weeks' time. Right, let's say good morning to a few of you then. Oh, there's loads of you joining. Wow, yeah, look at this, like you're wide awake this morning, aren't you, Emily? Loving this. Right, good morning to Faye. We've got Sue with us, Barbara's with us, Heather, Veronica, Ria. We've got Crafty Lou with us. Oh, she's not feeling great this morning. She's full of a cold. We've got a lot of people like that in this building, and I'm like that, trying to avoid it. So get wrapped up nice and warm, get a lemsip, sit back, put your feet up and enjoy the shows. Jackie says, morning everybody, looking forward to more inspiration. Oh, you'll get that today. We've got Rebecca, we've got Darren, Marie, Kaz, Pauline's with us. ScanNCut day. I know, it's exciting, isn't it? Already bought a lot of half-price downloads, says Crafty Lou. Brilliant. Half-price downloads. So every single download up to the end of August, which kind of covers a lot of Christmas, are half-price till 23:59 p.m. tonight. There you go. We've got Barbara with us, Maureen, Karen's with us, Diane, Rachel, got David with us this morning, Linda, Alison. Oh, Alison's had a migraine. That's not good, is it? Oh, my daughter-in-law's really bad with that. We've got Mary. We've got the Cutting Craft Dorian downloads aren't showing us half price. Sean.
Individuals are.
Individuals are. There you go, Maureen.
There's no extra saving on the bundles.
Right, there's no extra savings on the bundles, so you need to buy them individually, which means you can pick and choose, right?
See if you can add them in. Just make it easier.
Oh.
I think it's a better deal. They're talking about that. I think it's a better deal if they buy it individually.
Yeah,
Is
because
it?
the bundles aren't on offer.
Right, okay.
But I will put the bundles on the same offer so that it matches.
Okay, so Sean, our fabulous Sean, after this show is going to put the bundles on the same offer if that makes it easier, but it's a better deal if you buy them individually right now. Is it about the same price?
It'll work out the same price with the half price on the bundle.
Yes, Sean's going to do that for you.
Saving on that.
How good is that? Can you remember? Now, if we were over at iHub, Sean, how many people would we have had to get through to get to that decision, right? I remember Stephanie having to go through 7 different people to get a pint of milk signed off. This is why I love being here. Lynn, Miriam's with us, Marie's with us. Oh, well, today's the last day of my 30 miles for Cancer Research UK. So off later to the woods for my last walk. Marie, that's amazing. Oh, that's fabulous. Well done you. Can you send me details as to how I donate, please? To Mel at highlightcrafts.com. I'd like to support you with that. We've got Pauline with us this morning. We've got Maureen, Mandy, Anne, Chris, Lou, Pauline, another Pauline, Anne. Loads of you joining us this morning. Angie, Christine, Lizzie. Good grief. You're all around today. I love that. Shirley's also joined us. Oh, just got over COVID. Shirley, oh, I hope you're all right. Do you know what? If you remember when I went off poorly, it'll be 2 years ago on Thursday, that. Can't believe that's 2 years ago. I don't know where that time's gone. Right, let's have a look at this download next, because this is a cracker. This is your bouquet builder. So when we launched the rhododendron, we wanted to bring you all of those filler elements, the foliage, the gypsophilia, the mimosa, all of these elements that you can then wreath make, you can use with all of your different florals that you've ever bought from us, whether it's Two Red Robins in the studio, Quirky Bird, whatever it is. You can get all of those. So you're going to get all of those SVG files with everything that I mentioned earlier. You're also going to get all of these elements in here as well. So your ferns, I love these, the little flourishes. They're nice instead of a flourish, aren't they? Adding that little bit of foliage in. You've got all of your gypsophilia down here and your mimosa and individual leaves, which I like. Then you're going to get your reflections. Then you're going to get your digi-stamps, and these will be super cool. If you're not a big colour innerer, these will be quite good because there's not a big space to fill in. So these will be great for you. Then you're also going to get your textures in the background, which are fabulous. And you're also going to get your overlays as well. Right, so first things first, I just want to recap these pens for you, because these are fabulous. Royal & Langnickel is a very renowned art brand here in the UK. And we had a meeting with one of their sales representatives last week. And he said, how do you like these pens? I was like, yes, please. And then I found out the price and I was like, yes, 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 please. 48 of them for £19.99. It works out at 42 pence a pen before your discount, and these are lovely. I like the triangular shape of these because they fit really nicely. You know, when you're holding a pen, it's really ergonomic down at the bottom. You've got this super fine 0.4mm nib, which is brilliant, and they work perfectly in your universal pen holder. They're water-based, so that's great, and you're getting all 48 of them for £19.99 before your club discount. Our Amanda's been in, look. Creative fine line markers. She's like, yeah, I'm off. I'm going to buy those. So she went off, put them in her basket. So you might need to be quick because Amanda's on it. If Amanda's on it. Right, now then, let's have a look at this. Once upon a time, now, I would have sworn blind that this was part of an SVG file that we did with the Quirky Bird SVGs. Apparently, it wasn't. Now, I thought the reason I chose this was because I thought with Snowflakes and songbooks, this is going to be perfect, isn't it? Because it's your card shape, it's a frame, it's your aperture. Cut them out of your pattern papers and create a book. They're fabulous. Now, we've put this on for you at a silly, silly, silly price. Shop book, £2.50. Now, you haven't just got these sizes. You've got these as big as your ScanNCut mat will allow you to go, which if you think about a 12 by 24 inch mat is massive. So if you wanted to make big books, maybe you want to do the story of A Night Before Christmas, something like that, or maybe you want to make up your own story, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? Then this is the download for you. For £2.50, this is going to be brilliant. Now, I tried to recreate this yesterday in Canvas. Didn't do very well. It's not an easy shape to recreate because you've got the outward shape and then it goes down to a point. So for £2.50, you might as well pop that into your basket because I certainly would be doing that. That is brilliant. Now, we do still have the deal on our vinyl, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to show you how to lay out a sentiment in this hour, and then I've cut it out of vinyl. So if you're in the mood for vinyl, this is absolutely for you because we've kept that deal for you. I had to twist Katie's arm a little bit, but we got it kept on. Shop Casa is going to get you 10 sheets of your holographic vinyl. This is lovely. Cuts beautifully as well with that vinyl blade. So you're getting your 10 different sheets in there, plus with every pack that I'm about to show you, you are going to get a free 12 by 12 transfer sheet, which is that. So this is what you use to pick up the vinyl off the vinyl sheet once you've weeded it and transfer it onto a project. So you're going to get all of those, plus you're also going to get 15 sheets of a matte white, which is what I've used on my project. So 15 of that plus your bonus sheet of transfer. And then you're also going to get 15 sheets of black. And it's a chalkboard black. So it's properly matte black. And all of that is going to cost you $17.99 before your discount. That is brilliant. I'm just going to be really straight with you. If you can afford to get them, even if you've got them now, get them, because we're going to be doing more with vinyl. Really exciting stuff coming with that. I want to do some proper like stained glass windows and really beautiful detailed designs. Do we still get the discount on the silly price, £2.50? You get your club discount off and you'll get points back. I know, right? This is very popular. Not surprised. I think this is the only one. I would have sworn we did this as an SVG, but I must have been wrong. Maybe I dreamt it. But this is going to be fabulous. Think about telling those stories. We talk about it all the time, don't we? When we bring you those die collections, telling that story. How fabulous is that going to be? Love that. £2.50. Still get your club discount. Brilliant, right? Right, come on. Let's go and have a look at this demo. So, as soon as I saw the rhododendron, I was like, I know exactly what I want to do with that. I want to make a big box frame. As you walk in our house, on the right-hand side, you go into the porch, there's a welcome sign. And because of where it is, I mean, I must have done that, 10, 12 years ago? And because of where the sun comes through, it's getting a bit faded. So I wanted something new to go in there. And I thought this would be a really nice demo for you as well. So first things first, we're going to start with a reversed reflection this time, because I know we do reflections every week, but we do get new people every week too. So forgive me if you know all about this, but we do have our new friends joining us all the time as well. So when you're printing off your reflection, and we call our artwork files a reflection, okay? We then give you a cutting file. So we're not scanning this in so it can see the outside edge, because it has what we call a bleed on the outside. So we extend that ink out so that when you, even if you don't line it up perfectly, it doesn't matter. You don't see that white edge. But we also do them in reverse, okay? So what I've done is I've popped those files onto a USB, and we're going to come into here now, and we're going to retrieve that information from that USB. We're going to find our rhododendron. Please tell me I put it on here. I haven't, have I? Oh, I can't show you that then, because I haven't even got the file on here. Melanie Heaton. We'll do that later on. Let's do the vinyl, shall we? Flipping heck, I thought I was really organised today as well, and now I'm not. I got delayed with all those half-price downloads, right? Oh, Melanie, right. We'll do that later on. So, first of all, let's start. Right, I'm going to talk you through the project. So, we've got this 12 by 12 box frame, and these are a couple of the textures that are on the download for you, okay? So I decided I wanted to do a whole wreath of the rhododendron clusters, but I wanted a sentiment in the middle, and I wanted it quite subtle. I didn't want it loud because of the colours that we're using. So I used the white vinyl and did Welcome to Our Home Where Love Blooms. So I thought I would show you how I lined this up, because I think that's really important. So what I did first of all was bring on a circle from the basic shapes, and I'm just going to measure this. I decided what size I wanted it to be, and I wanted it to be 115 millimeters. So if we go into our patterns now, and we go into our basic shapes, if I scroll down to my circle here, and I make that 115 millimeters and set that on the mat, that's the size we're working to. Okay, now there is a process to this, but once you've done it once, you don't need to do it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the patterns and into the fonts. I love this font, it's my favourite one that they do. So we're going to do this, we're going to do welcome. Now I'm not going to want to resize individual letters, so I'm doing it as a word, okay? I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to set that on the mat. Now, when I worked this out, I did these letters at 10 mil. So I'm going to do that as I go along, because each time I try and add something, it will get to a stage where it says it won't fit. And it's right, it won't fit, because you've got all this stuff on here. So we're going to resize them as we go. So I decided that I wanted the letters at 10 millimeters. So we're going to take that down to 10, and we're going to pop that over there. Then we're going to add. Okay, so we're going to add, and we're going to type in 2 hour. So we're going to go into here. This obviously the sentiment can say whatever you want to say. 2, and then a space, and then hour, like that, okay? And we're going to set that, and we're going to resize that one. And I just like to do it as I go along so I know that it's done. So that's 10, welcome to hour. We'll move that one underneath there. We'll talk about lining up after. Then we'll add home. So once you've done this once, save it, okay? Because otherwise you're going to be doing this all the time, and I don't want you to be doing that. I want you to spend it doing fun stuff. So once you've made a sentiment, just save it, and then you've got it. We're going to do home. So Home, okay, and set. Resize that one. It doesn't take that long, actually. When you're in it, not when you're live, but when you're in it, it's really quick to do, actually, to our home. And then we're going to do where next. I love having things like this around the house. I think it's really lovely when people visit you, just to have that welcome. So we're going to do where next in the same font and set that and resize that. So we'll take that down to 10 mil. So a game of Jenga that. It's like trying to get £20 worth of diesel or petrol in your car in it without going a penny over. I don't need to do that anymore because I'm electric. Then we're going to add, we're going to go in here, and I want love to be the prominent word. So I don't want it to be bigger because we're fitting it in a smaller space. So what I'm going to do is type the word in a different font, and that will separate it out from all the others, and then we'll resize that. So we take that down. And if you're sitting there going, oh, I'll never whiz around it like you do. Yes, you will. It's just I've been doing this for nearly 10 years now. You will. You'll get used to where everything is. And then the last word we will do is blooms. So Blooms. There we go. Right, so now I've got all my words. I'm just going to resize that one so that they're all in the correct size. Like that. Right, so I'm going to move all these over here now because I want to work in this top corner. So we're going to put welcome up there, to hour. You can't just use your arrangement function with this, unfortunately, because it won't put them in the order of the sentiment. It's good, but it'll try and fit them in the best way it can, and that means that the sentiment probably won't work properly, okay? And then we're going to go into blooms. Right, now we're going to zoom in, and we're going to zoom right in to 400% because now we're lining it up. Now, when I say lining it up, I'm not worrying about getting it central yet. I just want to get the spacing somewhere near where I want it to be. So we're going to line this up, and the best way to check your spacing is when you multiple select it, because you'll be able to see then the distance between each word. And by that, I mean this. So let's start it like that first of all. Let's multiple select part of the map because we don't want the circle. Press OK, and then if I zoom back in now, you can see that there is a bigger space there between the home and the to hour than there is between the to hour and the welcome. So I know now that I need to adjust that up. So just tap it. I'm going to nudge it up slightly, probably a couple of spaces. Therefore, I'm going to do, oh, no, don't want that one. Click off it. Click on that one, move that one down one. There we go. Then go to where? By itself. It's having a day today, isn't it? And then we'll put blooms at the bottom. Now I can see that that blooms wants to move up a little bit. Melanie, why is it doing that? It's because I've got it on Zoom, that's why. Right, so let's try that again. Let's now multiple select part of the mat again. Drag over that. Zoom in again. And now we can see that we've got a better spacing there, okay? So I'm happy with that spacing. So now what I'm going to do, now they're in that order, is multiple select part of the mat again, drag over that, press OK, and now we're going to align them so that they are all centrally vertically. So this one, that straight line is where it's going to align it to, and it puts it all in the middle. So while we've got them all selected now, we're going to group that together. Okay, because now we need to make sure that it fits inside here. So now we're going to multiple select everything on the mat this time, press OK, go to your directional arrows because you're moving, so you're going in a direction, go to your alignment function, and you're going to align it centrally vertically and centrally horizontally. Press OK, and tap the screen to release those shapes. Zoom in, and if when you've done this you decide actually I want that a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, you can do that. Then you're going to take the circle away because that's going to get cut out of your card, and that you're then going to cut out of your vinyl. Okay, and then you're going to pick it up with the transfer tape, put it into the middle of your circle, and then we're ready to build this. Right, Emily, you've said cutting Craftorium now on the show.
Yeah.
Is that the bundles, or is that,
No,
what was
it's
that?
the individuals.
All the individuals?
It was 14 of them.
Wow,
So they're all on the show now.
wow, check those out.
They're all half price, I think.
Okay, have a look at that and then let me know what's on, because I don't have any of that printed out yet. Right, so we've got welcome to our home. So I cut 2 pieces of green and 2 pieces of like this very, very soft, almost like a toffee colour. It's a lovely colour. It's almost like sand. It's really pretty. And I've got my sentiment in the middle. And then I used the fine liners and went around just to add faux stitching on with those pens. Now, later on today, I'll show you how to put faux stitching in on Canvas Workspace. I just did it by hand because I had 5 minutes and I like doing that a bit. But it also separates it out. I didn't want to start adding inks. I didn't want to start adding thick markers. I wanted it to be quite pretty and subtle. So once I've got to this stage, what I've done then is cut out all of these clusters and decoupage them up. How beautiful are they? Now, it's not like when you die cutting where you have to cut lots of the large one and then snip into it. The decoupage layers are all done for you, which is great. So I'm going to lay this out for you, just the flowers for now, and then I'm going to recap because I have to do my job as well, and then we'll come back and finish this off. So my idea was that the pink ones go north, east, south and west like this, like so. So we've got those in, and then these were the reverse reflection, and I'm going to do those so that the leaves come on the outside of this one, and then we're going to add in all that delicate foliage that you can get with those SVG files today. So by doing this as well, we learn how big the circle is going to be because I want them touching, and then we're going to come in and we're going to add all the foliage into there. But that's looking super pretty at the moment, isn't it? And all we've used is one of the backgrounds, the fonts from inside the machine's memory, and the cluster of the rhododendron. Now, we also had a lady ask on Saturday, because we did the launch of the dies of this at the same time, does the ScanNCut cut as delicately? Actually, it's even finer. Look at that. Look how fine that is. Look how fine that stem is. Actually, on your die, you don't get all this intricate detail either, where it goes right into those little, those pieces of foliage. So yes, the answer to that question was absolutely it will. And it blows my mind. I don't know why it blows my mind, because every time I use this, I'm like, wow. But that is amazing. Right, come on, let's go and have a recap. I know you don't like this bit, but I have to do my job because we get new people. Right, question, Jackie. I have the Tattered Lace SDX and can't work out how to get the Artspira Tattered Lace images into Canvas. Help, please. Right, I would say I want you to message Brother for that one. If you message UK support with a capital U, capital K, capital S at capital S for ScanNCut.eu. Okay, can you put that in the chat for me, please? So it's UK support, capital U, capital K, capital S support at capital S ScanNCut.eu, because they will be able to probably send you a little video tutorial or something like that about that, Jackie. I hope that's okay. That's more of a technical side thing. Brilliant. Pauline says, love all the half price downloads. I am sat checking the downloads on my account to make sure I don't buy it twice. Good shout. Love the fact you keep my downloads on my account Absolutely. It makes it great for checking, and also if I lose it on my own PC/USB, so many benefits for having a Highlight Crafts account. Right, brilliant, isn't it? Right, now then, let's recap what we've got for you today. So first of all, these pens. Now Amanda's already got them. I've got them. Lily's looking at these this morning going, I need those in my basket. So you need to be quick because half the staff here are going to buy these, I think. Right, you've got 48 Royal and Langnickel, so fine liner artist markers, so you can tell the quality. They're brilliant for your journaling because they're acid free. They're also non-toxic, artist quality and water-based ink. But these, even though they are triangular, you will have to put tape on them, but that's the kind of thing we do anyway, will go into your universal pen holder. It's a 0.4 nib width, which is perfect, and they are brilliant pens. Absolutely, you can get all different qualities of fine liners. These are top of that tree. They're brilliant. So please don't miss out on those. I also love the colour palette on this because you go from really lovely springs into summer, into your blues and your greens, but then you've got these vintage colours. You don't see those very often in a set of fine liners. They're beautiful. Okay, so you need to get those in your basket. Also, I need to remind you, half price downloads, so all downloads on our website up to the end of August. End of August are half price. I love that. Katie needs Sean to go and do something. She's just walked in and gone, not Sean, they need you outside, just. Brilliant, Katie. Brilliant. Right, now then, let's have a look at these. Snowflakes and songbooks. Now, I'm going to jump to this download because this is really, 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 really busy. £2.50. I'm not surprised. It gives you this book shape. We did this with the Old Curiosity Shop, I believe, but apparently it wasn't an SVG download. I would have sworn I'd used it as an SVG download, so either it's got deleted off or we just can't find it. But it's available now, £2.50, guys. And talking of £2.50, you've got this book in over 250 different sizes. You've got it as a book page, you've got it as an aperture, you've got it as a frame. It's brilliant. Please don't miss out on this. If this is the only £2.50 you spend with us today, please do it. You'll probably find that down the back of your sofa or in your car, won't you? Right? £2.50. Don't miss out on that. That is incredible. A penny a size. Right? Now, the reason I wanted that adding onto the show was because of this. This is absolutely delicious. Favourite Christmas image ever, that one. Look how wide his little mouth is. He's singing his little heart out, isn't he? Now, in my head, he's completely tone deaf, but he's the loudest one. There's always one, isn't there? Especially if you go into a church and they're singing carols or hymns. There's always one, isn't there, that's completely tone deaf but loves singing. I'm like, go for it, brilliant, crack on. Everyone else is like that. So in here you're going to get Holly and Jolly, you're going to get the Tiny Tidings, you're going to get the Twinkle Tales. I'm going to do work with this and the book at 12 o'clock, and then Under the Mistletoe. How beautiful is that? That image is absolutely delightful. Love that. But on top of that, you're also going to get your Minecraft Studio. So you're going to get all of the characters broken down individually. Love these, aren't they fab? So now she can be kissing anybody. Ooh, look at her with a little bit of mistletoe. Fabulous. I also love we're giving you the mistletoe because that'll make a lovely wreath on Minecraft Studio. Then you're going to get your reflections. Obviously, you'll get yours as SVGs. Then you're also going to get your digi-stamps. I think this is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And then you're going to get all your scenes. So inside and outside, in the village, in the forest, going into the forest. If you want to revitalise any of your quirky bird with your enchanted elf, this is going to be fabulous. And then these. Now, if you bought the SVGs or the dies of the sweaters, this is brilliant. Imagine that cut out and then the stickers right the way across the middle. 3 for 2 on stickers. Finishes tonight. £23.59. Don't miss the next show. We've got new ones. I know. It's very exciting. Right, if you want that, that is Shop Songbook, $14.99. Now, if you're sitting there now and going, I like this, Mel, but I don't have a ScanNCut. Which one would you recommend? Well, I would recommend that one right over there. The SDX 1200. Now, we do have these in stock now, but the stock is dwindling. There was a point where I walked into that warehouse and there was a whole wall of ScanNCuts. Tattered lace ones, Disney ones, 1200, all of them, all lined up. We're down to a small space now. We will still be bringing them back, but now's your opportunity. So, first of all, I need to give you updates. 25% of the pens, not surprised, blinking brilliant those. 42 pence a pen, Katie, before the discount. That's good, right? Brilliant. And you won't pay any postage if you get that basket spend to over £35. Let me talk to you about the STX 1200. So, in fact, do I need to recap anything else?
Maybe the
Quirky Bird SVG. Let's do this, and then I'm going to talk to you about the machine while I build that picture, because otherwise you'll be bored. Right, once upon a time, this apparently was never an SVG file. I'd have sworn it was. Honestly, I'd have sworn it was. Shop book, £2.50. Now, you haven't just got those sizes, you've got hundreds of sizes. So think about that. That's going to be brilliant, isn't it? Think about doing your mixed media, but cutting your rice papers out with this first, making it look completely different. It's exciting, isn't it? And we've got the perfect minis for you today. Mini downloads on brand new rice papers. I know, I'm very excited. Already in my basket. Wendy says, do you mean September, Mel? No, I mean the end of August, Wendy. So up to the end of August. So we're not doing these because these are brand new. So up to the end of August, that's where you will get your downloads half price. Right, let's come back to this then. So I've shown you how to line up the image, the sentiment, and we started to build this design. So what I'm going to do is just go around and put a little bit of glue just on the back of these, and I'm using a wet glue, so it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. I'm also kind of using this center line that I've created with those fine liners. And the ScanNCut would do this for you, so you don't have to do it by hand if you don't want to. But this is it's a lovely way of just framing. Okay, so I just wanted to add something in that just framed, and I'm now using that central line down here to line this up. Okay, I don't want it absolutely symmetrical, but I do want it quite close. Half the stock of the pens now are allocated and in people's baskets, and I will show you this at 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock depending on what happens in between. I'll show you exactly how to do that faux stitching, because it will do it for you. You could even get it to draw the letters if you wanted to and colour them in. It's that good. Right, let's have a look at this now. So we're lining this up. Just going to pull that out a little bit further. Am I? Yes, I am. There you go. Gently. There we go. Right, so I've got my pink ones in place. And you'll notice I'm just putting the glue in the middle for now, because I want to be able to tuck all the little extra bits of foliage in the gypsophilia underneath, so that I can make it look like it's naturally growing. I love a rhododendron. I think this is my favourite flower of the month we've ever done. It's really pretty, and this cluster, imagine this on top of a box. So you know when we did the box in the club, when we did that Christmas box, imagine doing that and this being on the top of the box. This is going to be stunning. And speaking of the club, we've launched the new one. I was actually off when we launched it. Starts in November. It's £30 for 3 months, so £10 a month, which is brilliant value for money for what you get. You get SVG files, and you also get a class every month. And it's well worth it, I think, for £10 for what you get. It's brilliant. Right, so I'm now going to start with this foliage. Now I've cut some in the regular way, if you like, and then some with the reverse. And this is why I like having those reverse reflections. So wherever the greenery is on the inside, I'm coming outside with the fern, okay? So I'm just going to lay it all out first. I'm trimming it down slightly. I want this one to have one there, like that, so I can still lift it up and tuck it in. I'm not worried about this bit yet because we've got gypsophilia to go in there. And then I'm going to put this one just tucked under there like that, I think. So it just rounds it off at the top. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, but with the reverse. Okay, so we're going to do this like so. And this is really great. I think this box frame was something ridiculous like $7.99, or you could make your own, actually, because we do that box frame template, don't we? Which will be fabulous for this. I just didn't have time to do that this week. It's been a bit busy and it's only Tuesday. Right, Katie? Katie's like, yep. Absolutely. Sean walked in this morning and went, what day is it? I'm like, blinking heck, it's only Tuesday, Sean. What are you going to be like by Friday? I normally lose my days like midweek, not Tuesday. Right, so I've now got all my greenery laid out. I'm happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my gypsophilia. So wherever I've come here, I'm going to pop some behind here, and you can put as much or as little on this as you want. It's your project, your style. I just don't do less is more in any aspect of my life at all. In any aspect. It's all about filling that space. Love it. Right, so let's go under here with this. Get that lifted up. There we are. We can tuck that underneath. And then you can always go around and just readjust it if you're not perfectly happy with it. That's all right. That's what we do with flowers, isn't it? When we arrange our flowers, we can always go back and titivate them, my mum would have called it. Just titivate the flowers. And then we're going to lift this one up, and that's going to go under there so it matches this side, like so. And then I'm going to start sticking this down, I think, because I need to get this stuck down now. Otherwise, I'll end up faffing for hours, because I know what I'm like. I'm a faffer. I once used to do that, you know, when we lived in our old house. I'd make a card. If I was upstairs working in the attic, I'd bring it down and I'd put it on the fireplace in the bedroom. And all night I'd be up and down, adjusting this, messing with that, to the point where Mick was like, right, I'm moving it. Just sit still, will you? Please sit still. Now, Emily's telling me you're all buying your half-price downloads, which is fabulous. I'm delighted for you. Go and fill those baskets. Remember, it's up till the end of August this year, so that really covers a lot of your Christmas ones. It does, doesn't it? And I love that. I know Sean said he was going to sort out the bundles for you, but I actually quite like the idea of picking your individuals. And do you know what else is brilliant? The best thing about digital is, first of all, there's no postage. And secondly, it's instant. So you can be crafting with whatever you're downloading today. How cool is that? You could have a whole craft room full of new stuff today, couldn't you? Which would be brilliant. I love that you're doing that. Well done. I think that's a great shout. Right, so let's pop these in here, like so. And then I want another one from here. And this is all done on the 140 pure print, which I believe we've got back in stock and is on the show. Now, the reason I use 140 is so that when I'm doing my decoupage layers, you don't see a thick white edge. If you're using a heavier cardstock, you will see that heavier white edge. So make sure that you're using your 140. If that's something that bothers you, it bothers me. I don't like it when I can see white edges. Right, I'm going to break this gypsophilia down a little bit more, I think, and just use smaller elements because it's already quite full. I don't want to go over the top, but I do want it to look pretty. So I'm just tearing it, look, literally, just tearing it into little pieces. And you'll get loads out of this. This was the one that blew my mind because I did the gypsophilia in small, so I did it in the smallest size. And the way that it's just tremendous. I mean, look how fine those lines are there. You wouldn't be able to get that in a die. That's amazing, isn't it? Especially when you consider you're working on a sticky mat and a moving blade and a moving platform. It just blows my mind. If you haven't got a ScanNCut yet, the deal that we've got on the STX 1200 is fabulous. So you get the machine, 2 mats, you get the regular auto blade, you also get your fabric auto blade, you get your brother pen holder and some pens, some for fabric and some for writing with. You get those. Then you also get 1,303 images and icons pre-installed into the machine's memory, 17 fonts and 100 quilt blocks. Now, Brothers' recommended retail price for that is £599. We bring it to you at £449 because we've knocked an extra £50 off. We've taken the tattered lace content out and added some black card in and then dropped £50 off the price, because we know now that people are going to start buying for Christmas. It's coming up to that time of year, isn't it? It really is getting close. If you've been sitting here for the last year watching the ScanNCut shows and thinking one day, maybe this is day one, maybe this is the day where you go, you know what, I'm having that. I'm looking at your clock. You weren't that far out, were you? No. She's like, you need to stop when we get to 20 seconds because I can't do the maths. I'm like, right. I need to say goodbye to you from this studio, but I'll say hello to you again in a few minutes' time with Stephanie. You know, double trouble this morning. David's off, me and Stephanie holding it all together. It's going to be fabulous, and please make sure that you're joining us for that. Thank you for your company. I'll see you back in this studio, 12 o'clock. See you in a bit.